The island of Nias, off the coast of Sumatra, is rich in natural resources. Still, it is one of the poorest islands in Indonesia. The tsunami and earthquakes of 2004 and 2005 made an already challenging situation more difficult. But with perseverance and help, the people of Nias are trying to build a better future. Large bags filled with rice paddy. It is a sign that things are getting better for this mother of 6 in Nias, Indonesia. Her family stopped growing rice after a March 2005 earthquake injured her husband and left them homeless. Most of the villagers here fled to the hills when the 8.7 magnitude earthquake struck. For Nias, it was even more destructive than the Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami of December 2004.
When we came back from the hills, we saw that the house was completely destroyed. We didn't know where to go, but we did have a tent, so we stayed there.
The seismic disasters destroyed homes and claimed lives, but they also damaged numerous facilities and roads which were crucial to trade and income. People lost crops, fishing boats, and fishing gear. Faced with having to repair houses, people had no money left to buy essential agricultural and fishing supplies. It was an economic blow to an island that already was lagging behind the rest of Indonesia, where 1 out of every 3 islanders lives below the national poverty line, and where the average person spends more than 76% of their income on food alone. Eventually, this family and 4,000 other Nias households were able to return to rice farming, thanks in part to donations of higher yield seeds and fertilizer from an FAO post-earthquake rehabilitation project. The project, funded by the European Commission's Humanitarian Aid Department, or ECHO, introduced to the island an improved high-quality rice variety that could produce a bigger harvest in a shorter period of time.
We got better rice seeds from FAO, and we are really grateful for that. You see, before that, we used local seeds, and we had to wait 6 months before we could harvest the paddy. Then we got the seeds from FAO, and it took only 4 months before the rice was ready for harvest.
Between May 2006 and June 2007, the EU-funded project provided a wide range of assistance to nearly 12,000 farming and fishing families on the island. The goal was to help restart food production and income-generating activities. With the cooperation of the Indonesian government and various non-governmental partners, FAO gave out high-quality seeds, fertilizer, and rubber seedlings. They included seeds for vegetables and fruit that islanders thought could not be cultivated on Nias, crops that typically were found at the market only because they had been brought over from mainland Sumatra. Produce like watermelons, cucumbers, long beans, and tomatoes.
I discussed with them, and I realized that they used the wrong seed from the highland seed. So it's not possible to grow in lowland area. Yeah. After we show that the tomato grow and produce a lot of food, at that time they believe us.
After the 2005 earthquake destroyed his house, 75-year-old Siam Sudin moved into the tiny hut on his farm and struggled to make ends meet. The FAO emergency program provided him with a variety of vegetable seeds and technical training. Syamsuddin says his favorite is the high-yield chili pepper. It produces 3 to 4 times as much per harvest as the local variety. Nearby, another farmer has planted high-yield rubber seedlings, and he is learning a new way to collect sap that will allow the rubber trees to produce more and live longer.
We are not only assisting them by giving the inputs like seeds and fertilizer, we are also giving them the technology, how to grow them, how to produce better quality products.
The project also replaced fishing gear like nets and ice boxes and provided training in boat building. Making sure that people had places to trade their fish, produce, and other goods was one of the priorities. FAO constructed 2 strategically located community markets, which the organization handed over to local authorities.
Tantangan banyak. Pertama bahwa Nias.
We are facing a lot of challenges. First, even before the tsunami and the earthquake, Nias was already underdeveloped in terms of education and the economy. But we want to raise the level of development. And if we want to get back on our feet again, we need to rebuild the infrastructure.
The rehabilitation project did more than simply replace or provide supplies. It sought to improve the way in which islanders farm and fish on a season-to-season basis. That translated into complementary hands-on training for rice farmers who had received new hand tractors from other donors, but who did not know how to use or maintain their new equipment. Navigating the muddy fields could be humorous at times. But it also yielded results. Aki Waru'u says since his farmers' cooperative began using the hand tractor, they've been able to prepare up to 100 times the amount of land they typically clear with hand tools. Learning better building techniques also was one of the principles behind this boat-building training course. FAO and their partners built new boats to replace some of those which were lost or damaged. In the process, they used European Commission funding to teach about 20 Nias islanders how to construct similar craft based on improved technology and designs. Each trainee also received supplies to construct a boat after the course.
Basically, this boat is much stronger and has the potential to last much longer. It also is better on the wood resources. The traditional boat is built out of a very large tree, which is dug out, and that makes the boat. And these boats use planks, so they can use smaller trees or trees of different styles, which don't grow in such a way that you can make a dugout canoe, but still are good woods for the boat builder.
This fisherman received a new boat from FAO and its partners. But in the rush to replace boats after the earthquake and tsunami, some people ended up with substandard canoes that were not safe.
As a wooden boat builder in Europe or in America, we build boats for the super wealthy, very fine yachts, which is nice, but it's for the super wealthy. And here I have the opportunity to work for some of the poorest people in the world and really, hopefully, improve their lives.
The people of Nias and also the government would like to thank FAO and all the donors that helped after the tsunami. This assistance has been very useful in capacity building, increasing the skills and knowledge of the people. Of course, the assistance of FAO cannot solve all the problems that we face. We were already falling behind, and our economic situation was weak, even before the disasters. Still, we hope that stakeholders and donors can continue to build capacity among the people, especially in agriculture.
FAO, with the collaboration of numerous non-governmental organizations and donors like the European Commission, made it possible to take action on many levels in a relatively short period of time. Still, long-term efforts to improve livelihoods and reduce vulnerability on Nias will take years. In the meantime, thousands are making progress and thinking with greater optimism about the future.